tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired yesterday.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live
and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares too. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything.
Saudações, caros specs, sejam bem-vindos ao canal lrogamespix, sou o Leonardo. Chega mais, galera, pra começar a live marota aí nessa segunda de feriado. Cola com a gente, live on, vamos continuar as aventuras em Reboladão. A gente conseguiu corrigir, acho que conseguimos corrigir, né, o problema do save, era um bug aí no jogo, na atualização nova que veio. A gente vai passando por esse problema aí, só procurando um Nexus lá, que o pessoal lançou um paliativo em contra a Warhorse, não lança correção, né, uma build de correção aí. Mas enfim... vamos continuar então com a gameplay. A gente só passou ali a parte onde paramos, né? Que ele conseguiu libertar o Hans Capon e o francês lá do cativeiro. E aí ele tava indo embora, encontrou ali com o Kobla e com o Leipa. E aí ele tá incumbido agora de se infiltrar no acampamento do Sigismund pra conseguir descobrir o que é que tá rolando, beleza? Então, bora continuar com a gameplay. Primeiro de tudo eu vou ir lá na Rosa devolver o livro dela, né? Que a gente conseguiu recuperar ali na fortaleza. Loadzinho demorado, hein? Então a gente já veio aqui para Kottenberg, a gente vai ali na Rosa. Para poder fazer... entregar o livro, né? Falar como a gente se saiu. Só ver um negócio que eu acho que tá no... tá nas dropadinhas de FPS. Cara, aqui não. Tudo bem, a gente corta caminho por aqui, não tem problema.
I'm sorry.
Hear tidings of what is happening in our city, just as true royal brothers are fighting over the kingdom.
You're always welcome here.
Come on.
Ver se não vai travar. Aham.
By the way,
My favorite book?
as I wandered through the fortress, I stumbled upon Von Berg, and there it lay. Red
You really found it? By the way,
Actually not.
that's too bad.
Why do you think so?
I just think you might find some common ground. Not in absolutely every. Look,
Tá. Imaginei, faltou isso, né? Teria que dar uma lida no livro dela pra... Até esqueci, então, com os esquemas de travamento toda hora, eu nem lembrei de ler o livro dela. Ainda bem que eu só veio daqui. Deixa eu ler o livro. É um livro grande, hein?
You're always welcome here, good sir.
Beleza, agora cadê ela? Subiu pro quarto.
You look different. Have you been to the baths?
I have an important secret mission to carry out, so I have to look the part.
And yet something here doesn't smell so good. Could it be vanity?
By the way,
My favorite book?
as I wandered through the and there it...
You really found,
I read a bit of it.
what did you...
While reading it, I thought the writing style seemed... familiar.
Really?
Well, yeah. As if I knew the writer himself. Or herself.
Women writing books. Come now.
Why not? I bet they would write better than many men.
Such audacity.
More like experience. I once helped with copying. Most of it was boring drivel.
I can imagine. A person does all that work to learn to read and write, but then they sit you down at a table to copy the works of others for the rest of your life.
Waste of time, right?
Not just time, above all, talent.
Hold on. Who wrote this then?
I did. Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me? And what would I write?
How should I know? Poetry, a novel, a treatise, or a whole book?
That's a tempting notion. Who knows? In another life, I might have become a writer.
Wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with this.
There are still a few blank pages left, so we could finish writing it together. You and me. What do you think?
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chambers. Will you escort me?
My pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas, but we must contribute in equal part.
Both? Well, fine. And what should I do?
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. A tale of a man or a woman? I'll take careful notes of everything.
There are heaps of stories about men, so I propose one about a woman.
All right, a woman then. But I'd need to know more about her.
Such as...
Tell me one trait that is important for you. What would impress you in a girl?
I think above all that she should be clever.
And isn't that rather detrimental for a girl?
Only fools say that. Jilted half-wits who met girls smarter than themselves.
You'd be surprised. My father is no fool, but at times he wishes I were more of a goose. Or better yet, that I would change overnight into a sun. But if the lady in our story is clever, should she employ her wits for good or evil?
I'm for good intentions. If we come up with an interesting woman, it would be a shame to write her as evil.
I agree. Too bad it's only on paper. I'd like to meet our lady in the flesh. Well, just about finished.
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet. Something's missing.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself with proper illumination, but I think I can handle a sketch. Especially if you'll be my model.
What? And what on earth do I have to do?
Imagine a beautiful lady is standing before you, and you are courting her. What would you do?
I'd rather keep what I do to myself. But how about something like this?
Well, now we're
Vamos
done.
ver.
Finally. I'm sore all over.
Your suffering is over. Come take a look at what we've done. Your reward. Go on, read it. I want to hear what you think of it.
Cadê onde que eu tinha parado? A jovem dama. O desenho.
So what about that story of ours? Tell me your impressions.
Too bad there aren't more books like this. If there were, I might end up turning into a scholar.
Really? I'll take that as the highest possible compliment. And what about the sketch? For such a slapdash job, it's not bad, right?
Oh, it's pretty, really. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I know I'm no master illuminator, but otherwise, I think we can be quite satisfied. And thank you for the help. I really enjoyed it.
Well, so did I. And for that matter, you're an interesting girl, and I'd like to get to know you a little better.
No beating around the bush. How about that? Please do stop by sometime. I wager it will be enlightening for both of us. Perhaps I can show you my collection of hunting trophies.
Ok. Então, aqui descubra como chegar ao conselho municipal, né? Pra poder crescer do torneio. Aqui ainda não tá liberado. Agora eles têm outro, tem a quest aqui do... Falou comigo.
Is this your first time riding a horse, you moron?
O cara mó educado. Aqui é torneio, né? Vamos ver qual é que é esse outro torneio.
Go!
I've traveled the whole world, and now I will tell you
Aqui, nessa rua aqui. É, seguir ela até o final, fazer a curva. Apesar que...
amazing things I've seen and experienced.
Those two other brothers are quarreling in
Quick! But look around.
Eu passei do lugar.
Crime of all kinds is surging in the city. With dubious
Que é onde rola os torneios, né?
Hey, the horse nearly trampled me. Greetings. Tell me then, what did he give you for it? Sure, I'll take you.
Are you
Whoa,
ran
whoa.
into me? Gepriesen sei der. What do you need?
Sign me up for...
Toll.
I'll show off my longsword.
Na schön.
That's enough from...
Pay the entry fee.
Here are the gro...
I look forward to seeing your... May Lady fought on the day of the tournament. Go and see Friedrich Kummel. Or you can wait here.
I want to wait for...
Of course.
Here you are.
Vamos pro torneio já. Já matar essa missão. Comparado com o Kingdom Come 1, esse torneio ele é bem...
Hear ye! Esteemed citizens of Gutenberg!
a luta.
The local sword fighting brotherhood has organized. That's why we've been graced by the presence of. They too are eager to see. So let's start by hailing.
Come and put your tournament armor on quickly so you don't miss.
Now we'll see a fight between men who are no strangers to blades. Zdenek of the Gate, an honest miner who will have huge support today. He promised to donate all his winning to the construction of St. Barbara's Cathedral. And now, he's going to face another brave warrior. Inek is known as Milk Drinker because he doesn't drink booze. He's a journeyman under Master Gunsmith Brookup. And today, he wants to show us that casting hot metal is not the only art he knows.
Tá bom, não dá pra me passar não?
Enjoy.
Pra minha luta?
We'll see a duel between two men, neither of whom is to be trifled with. A masterful fighter of great fame and renown, who has defeated many a skilled adversary. He has already triumphed several times and is here to defend his supremacy. Henry of Scarlets. Now his skills will be put to the the test by a tough bruiser who's
É, não consigo entrar na arena.
Steniak of the Gate.
Oh shit, what do you think you're doing?
May God and fortune decide.
Consigo entrar na porra da... Coloca seu equipamento. Que equipamento, mano? Já tocou a porra da espada.
You can't enter the arena like that. Equip yourself according. To the tournament rules.
O que tá faltando? Tirar tudo, então. Jaquetão no torneio fica. A túnica fica. Bota eu vou colocar qualquer uma só pra não ficar sem bota mesmo. E das armas. Cadê o escudo?
Henry,
If it isn't the
you
famous
need to put on the right tournament gear, or I can't let you participate.
Mas eu tô com a roupa do campeonato, velho. Porque não tem nenhuma falando que não é uma calça de torneio. Sapato também não.
Why'd you sign up for the tournament if you don't know what you're doing?
You can't enter the arena like that. Equip yourself according to the tournament rules.
O que tá faltando pra mim? A armadura que eu tenho, contra a armadura eu tenho que usar um jaquetão, um capuz acolchoado e um capacete de torneio. Tá, um capacete. Mas eu não tenho capacete.
Careful.
Faltava só o capacetezinho?
He's trying to cheat. No time to lose.
Why'd you sign up for the
Get to it.
Então vamos lá, amigão.
End of duel. You. First duel. Henry of Scarlets. He clearly has the advantage, but will he be able to use it? We shall see.
Pronto?
Contenders, get to it.
Oh!
Hurrah! We have a winner! Henry of Skalitz!
Espere seu próximo duelo.
Now,
Uma hora só o suficiente? Vamos lá, amigão. A espada vai comer solta.
for the glory of Gutenberg, let the duel begin!
Fuck me! Blade was singing. What the fuck was that?
For glory and carnage, die!
No, you don't.
End of duel! Overpowered his opponent in the first round.
Vamos pra luta.
Contenders, forward!
Take.
End of duel!
Já era, ganhamos.
I'm sorry.
My word, you're quite a skilled swordsman.
It's over! All hail the victor of the longsword discipline!
Uma cota de malha.
Mastery of the blade! Today's longsword champion, Henry of Skalitz! We'll finish up the tournament with the free combat discipline. Each contender will compete in...
I want to return the...
Wonderful. I wish everyone else... Alright, it's all... See you later, my friend.
Men who could easily make
Agora vamos botar a roupa, né? Qual capacete que a gente tava? Nem lembro. Capacete no escudo. Qual que é o jaquetão que a gente tava? Botas de malha. Trinta e oito. Fora da roseta. O que tá faltando que meu carisma não tá em 30? Você derrubou meu... Velocidade 30, túnica curta.
Their trade will now be competing for Lady Fortune's favor.
Terminou o torneio?
Careful.
Greetings, sir.
Christine. Terminou o torneio. Opa, tem uma missão aqui, ó. Vamos ver o que que é. Vamos ver do que se trata.
The finest wares, quality goods.
Vai dar um bagulho pra mim me lavar. Consigo falar com o cara. Terminar de equipar minhas coisas, né? Escudo de cavaleiro. Só escudo de cavaleiro mesmo. Palestra 260, 300. Daqui é a mais forte. Cardo de caça. ver como é que usa esse bagulho aqui. É pra colocar em alguma arma. Tipo... Não dá? Bola de chumbo. Poção. Que poção que a gente pode colocar pra... Se estiver tretando no meio de uma luta... Reduz embriaguez. Perde 15% de vida e hemorragia. Ganha 4 de força. De energia diminuir. De saciedade em 20, intoxicação. Entrei de alcance de aumento de leitura por dia. Sangue do gama. Isso aí, deixa eu ver. Eu coloquei analgésico, não coloquei?
My respects.
Yeah. Go! Go! Yeah. Yeah. Whoa!
Ali tem uma casa de banho, né?
Hey, Henry, over here.
What is it you want?
You must be Henry.
Yes.
Well, I've got a message from Master Chenyek for you. Go.
What does he want?
Well, I don't know.
Acho que agora deve dar pra...
Wie geht's?
What's going on around?
If
Vom
you're
Horizont,
depressed,
ja.
Christian was looking for some labor.
And where might I find...
Is here in the local fortress. You'll find him. Zum Abschluss, I have some. It isn't easy to talk about. A bunch of blackguards from the Hungarian camp. They rob and steal. Nothing sacred to them.
What?
He didn't want to give them a sheep, so they
That really happened?
just on the other side of the stream here. Tja, und wer weiß, if they even buried. Am besten, if you.
Why doesn't the local...
Und das ist.
Tá, tem que encontrar o cara e alguém morreu aqui perto. Onde que é o riacho? Ele falou. O riacho é aqui. Onde tem um celeiro aqui? Deve ser aqui, ó.
Go! Whoa! Huh? That weapon won't help you, bastard! Get away from that bastard!
Não bate no doguinho, não.
I'm all yours, or son. Fuck you! What do you want? I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker!
You're no match for us, fucker!
Ah, porra, vou morrer.
I'm all yours. And now you're mine. What? Who's next, eh?
Ixi, morreu com uma flechada. Você morreu em combate. Só um minuto, cara. Cadê o salsicha? Cadê o fuzil? Olha o salsicha ligando a bateria. O salsicha tava ligando o carro ali, velho. Eita porra, olha. Jump scare agora, hein? Mas não assustei agora porque eu pensei que tipo, ela ia sair na televisão, mano. Sério. Falei, vai dar um susto na televisão. Bora lá então tentar de novo. Tem que chegar, acho que mais furtivo ali, senão vai dar bom. Não vai dar bom, não. Nossa, mano, desde aqui. Vou ter que voltar aqui embaixo pro cara passar a missão do Sheniek. Nossa. Cadê a Pedrita?
Go! Go! Quick!
Henry, I've got something for you.
What is it?
You must be.
Yes.
I've got a.
What does he want?
I don't.
Beleza. Vou salvar daqui já, porque se caso eu morrer, começa aqui, né? O acampamento dos caras é aqui.
Go! Go! Ja!
É, né?
Whoa! Whoa!
Jogar na moral.
Fucker! Attack! Come and help us! Bad luck! In God's name! No chance! Take cover!
Não, pega o machado, mano.
Show yourself! I'll beat you to a bloody pulp!
I've been waiting for you. Show what you're made of.
Vem agora, cara. Vem, 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 vem.
Mutt! Here, Mutt! Fuck. He's run off.
Flecha quebrada. O que tem no baú? Acho que era só isso. Aquele negócio que apareceu ali. Comeu demais. Será que é esse aqui que era o... Mas não é um celeiro isso aqui. Ó, os caras tá na casa do fusível aqui, ó. O cara me derrubou. Vai me esfaquear ainda, quer ver? Sabia. Mas foi isso mesmo. Ele me derrubou e deve me esfaquear.
I need healing.
Tchau, aranha. Cara, essa jogada foi foda, hein? Essa foi braba, jovem. Mas, porra, a gente ficou no osso. Cadê um Brown pra me levantar ela? Cadê o salsicha? Vamos lá. A gente comeu demais, bebeu demais. Vamos tomar uma posição, então. Ó, Jéssica, não. Então, mas aqui não vi nenhum celeiro. Aqui não dá pra ver o que que é.
Go! Whoa, whoa.
Someone be pampering this horse.
What kind of pig was sitting here? What would you like, sir?
What do you have for...
Comidas.
Nothing to your liking, sir?
Kochst du heute Abend? Mein Gott.
What's going on?
Krisham,
And where?
ist hier in the local zum Abschluss. It isn't a bunch of they rob.
Acampamento húngaro, não é?
Am besten.
Why doesn't...
Und das
Vai pra lá.
There. It looks better already.
Olha, não dá pra ver. Vamos lá ver o que que é. Acho que a missão do Chain aqui agora dá pra... Finalmente, vamos ver o que é que ele vai falar. Acho que uma hora libera ali também a... Desse do cara lá na igreja, ali na construção.
Mutt!
O cara tá sempre brigando aqui, né?
Leave it.
No fucking way. He was staring at you.
A blessed evening to you.
I'm here.
I do, but not just any job. We'll cut off the flow of silver.
Sounds like you want to shut down...
Aye, that's exactly what I'm planning to do.
What do you mean?
As you already found out, the flow of silver, if we take that reason away from him,
If you put it simply...
can I count on?
How do you want to do it?
With the combination of modern science,
Could you be a little less...
we're going to blow the place.
Aren't you afraid of the...
What's one human life compared to... Someone would have to rat us out. And
Why me of all?
you're reliable. Besides, I've heard you've been down in a...
I still don't exactly...
Do you know what?
I've had the pleasure.
One barrel should be more than enough for our purpose.
A whole barrel?
We need to collapse the adits, and to be sure it'll work. Your job will be to get your hand... I know exactly where. Ask the gun forger, Eldris. He's one of the Kuttenberg councillors, and one of Sigismund's men. If there's anyone that knows where to get black powder, wouldn't it be the irony of fate that the one behind...
Getting the information out of him won't be...
I'm sure you'll figure it out. And remember, I don't want to see any needless violence and bloodshed.
Don't worry.
As soon as you have the barrel, head straight to the mine. Goliath and Hall. Oh, and before I forget, here's a few groschen. Yeah, friend.
I wonder how long I'll be stuck
What's
here
it to
today.
be, you wretch?
That madman. Why'd he do it?
That won't work on me.
Dá uma bugadinha, não?
My humble respects.
Shit yourself. Shame on you.
Os caras tretando ali.
What's it to be, you wretch?
Wie geht's?
Are you Eldris, the gun...
Yeah.
I'm looking for black powder.
Wait. Ein ganzes Fass. In this case, that would be the town garrison. Or
I'm here on behalf of the great King Sigismund of...
Good.
Of course I do. Stop wasting my time. You wouldn't...
Nicht das. No. I would be happy. Unfortunately, I don't have any black powder right now. The last...
Isn't there anyone else who make...
Definitely not here in the city. Es gäbe dann einen Weg.
Go on then.
My business rival, Whisker of Colin, also supplies black powder to the camp. Stein glitch. More importantly, Whisker drives his wagon north from Colin through Bohunovitz. If he were to lose...
And I'd have my powder.
Exactly. But like I said...
You can count on me.
Onde é que o cara tá indo? Isso aqui rolê da porra, hein? É que vai dar tempo, né? Porque...
Better not forget about that council assembly. Mart! Go! Ka!
Eu tô indo pro outro lado, caralho.
Quick!
Oh, meu Deus, que dificuldade de ir pra outra direção.
Quick!
Aqui? Não, também.
Whoa! Go!
Parece que é aqui, né? Ah, porra, bati no galho da árvore e caí com tudo.
Whoa! Which way should we have gone, eh? Through Opatowitz? Yeah, right. I don't know. Maybe that bridge over there would have worked.
So you're in a bit of a pickle, eh?
These damned horses, they got spooked in the...
You wouldn't happen to be a certain witch.
What? Why?
That doesn't matter. What I'm interested...
My God. How did you know?
They heard you were having trouble back at camp. So they sent me here to get that barrel.
Huh. I had no idea they had such good spies at the... All right, Ben, here's the key. Take one of the barrel. Apologize for me back at the camp. I'll...
Por que não mostrou escutar o... Escute as ordens de Gisca? Gisca tá fazendo o que aqui?
Well?
You're damn right. And not just any of them.
Tell me.
You've been here for some time now, so I'm sure you've noticed...
A good leader?
Chenyek is a weakling, and too careful for his own good.
The guild isn't supposed to be a band of killers.
Bullshit! Chenyek's the only one that cares about... Unless we start bringing in a lot more money, we'll all...
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that in...
Forget about it. The only...
Easy now, friend. Let's just go our separate ways.
You better not fuck...
See you soon, my friend.
Isso é as ordens de logística? Estranho, né? O cara quer que dá um fim no cara lá, coitado do cara.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends. Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Cadê a Pedrita? Pedrita? Vou seguir a estrada aqui então, né?
Quick! Go! Go! Quick! Die! Die! Go! Die! Go! Go! Quick! Whoa! Whoa!
Pray for a quick death, you bastard! What the?
Help! I'm being attacked!
Take that cow!
Cadê a mulher? Você tá lá embaixo.
Go! Die! Die! Go! Quick! Whoa!
In the mine, and found a nice dugout on the other side of the shaft. Good. In the coin mint?
Good morning to you. What do you think about that,
Eh?
the job we're supposed to do?
I don't think anything about it. Chenyek's the one that does.
Aren't you afraid?
Afraid of what? We've got Goliath with...
Farewell, sir. What do you think about our job?
I've never been more. It'll be a bang, the likes of which the world has never seen.
Don't you think it's too
What isn't dangerous these days?
I'm here.
Great work. We're all...
I came as fast as I could. Getting your hands on something like...
But you did it.
What's the plan?
As soon as darkness falls, I'll send out some... Then we'll carry the barrel inside.
I've got a feeling that carrying the barrel down into...
Exactly. Chenyek said you've come across it before, but don't worry. We'll mark the exact spot for you.
What do you mean by
We need to lure away the workers and guards. The fellas on the other side will...
I'll wait and...
Make yourself comfortable.
Vamos lá então. Explodir a mina.
It's time. While we were waiting, Hog went to prepare that little surprise of ours. If I'm not mistaken, he did it. The others are stirring up a pan. The miners have already gone to put out the fire with the guards.
Great.
You're in charge of the best part. You'll carry the barrel into the mine shaft, to where the main supports are. There should be a red rag hanging from one of the beams.
Christ, how the hell am I supposed to...
Head straight, then right at the wheelbarrow. You'll manage. Then you'll light the barrel and run for your life. The whole thing will collapse like...
What'll happen if...
You'll save on a coffin. You've just got...
Alright.
Just don't dawdle. Everyone's in a panic for now because nobody knows. I'll come with you to the adit and keep an eye out.
I won't make it
With
to the
me.
council
Move
assembly
it.
at this rate.
You won't be putting out the fire forever.
Tem que seguir o Golias? Ô, caralho, peguei o cara sem querer.
There's no time for chit-chat, lad. Move it. Hurry inside. I'll keep... I'm sorry.
Where now?
Falou direita, não foi? Mas não tem nada.
Wasn't I supposed to go a different way? Wasn't I supposed to go a different way?
Mano, será que eu vou lembrar o caminho pra fugir daqui?
There's the beam with the rag on it. That must be where I should put the... Now to get out of here. Quick.
Cadê a porra da tocha, mano?
I should get a move on.
Você está inconsciente.
Damn that was some bang. You got all your limbs?
My ears are ringing like hell. I'm alright otherwise, I think.
You were real fucking lucky to make it out in time. I'd say you cut it damn close. Good thing I was there and dragged you back to camp.
You owe me an ale. Each and every one of you.
You've got it. Just as soon as we get back to the hold. Now what's all this?
In the name of His Majesty King Wenceslas, you're all under arrest for crimes against the crown.
You say Wenceslas, but mean Sigismund, you dirty rat. Ain't it too late? It's all over.
We got held up by the fire. It's a miracle nobody lost their life. But as I can see, there were much worse things going on. Now hand over your weapons and surrender.
Are you fucking shitting me? Surrender? Never!
This is your last chance. Surrender or die.
If you value your lives, you'll pack up and leave. We've got more of those powder barrels. One more step, and we'll all blow up sooner than you could say amen.
Kurva! Are you out of your mind?
Try me.
To hell with all of you! This isn't over! Let's go, fellas.
My God, Henry. I didn't expect that of you. You saved our bacon.
We probably shouldn't stay here for much longer.
You're right. Let's...
Bora. Tá fedendo. Pudesse fazer a do... ali a do conselho, né? Senão vai dar ruim. Acorda aí, filhão.
My friend, have a seat over here.
I'd be a fool to ref...
Cheers, Henry. Oh, we couldn't have done it.
Don't mention it. We've all got...
But not all of us are willing to sacrifice something to achieve. There were those among us who, instead of our noble mission...
You talking about anyone in particular?
Knuckles betrayed us. Plotted against me. And when he realized he couldn't succeed, he ran.
What happened to him?
Our comrades punished him like they'd punish any traitor.
He got what he deserved.
I believe every person is good at their core. It's their circumstance. But enough philosophical to your health. And
to the health of good King Wenceslas.
May all traitors burn in hell. And may the rotten church burn down. Along with all its gluttonous prelates. May the peasants rise up like a storm and wash away all that. May the kingdom of Christ arise.
What now?
Once I celebrate what we accomplished here, I'll leave to the countryside for a few weeks. I'd like...
Aren't there priests enough?
Fuck the priests. I want to spread the true word of God.
What'll happen with the...
We'll hold off on any major operations for a few weeks. Smaller actions against Sigismund's people in the city will carry on, because they continue to be disgustingly rich.
Aren't you worried we'll be followed now?
Where there's no evidence, there's no culprit. Eldris would put himself at risk if he talked about where he got the powder.
Even on the torture rack?
Hopefully it won't come to that.
Thank you, Chenyek.
This isn't farewell for long. Until Sigismund and his arm...
Of course. Keep your head.
And I wish you the best of luck, Hen...
Beleza, concluída a missão aqui então. Os gatos tretando. Então vamos vir aqui pra gente ir ali no B pra conseguir se infiltrar. Eu gosto.
What are you doing, prowling about here?
Esperar amanhecer, vai. Vou colocar umas 8 da matina, acho que a galera já deve estar trabalhando já.
I'm going to see the Mint Master.
Any fool could say that.
Don't delay me.
Suit yourself, but I'm warning you, if you give that kind of lip...
Colocar uma roupinha mais apresentável, né? Daqui derruba o carisma.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show me.
Hold your horses. Actually, I have a little op.
You've come to blackmail me again.
Call it what you like. I need to get into
The assembly. The one King Sigismund is supposed...
Surely you wouldn't deny me a chance.
Don't try that on me. This is connected with... And tell the truth.
Ah, I just want to climb the social ladder a bit.
And could you not choose a different...
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position...
All right, all right. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and that will be the end of our business.
And how about a few groschen?
You're worse than a horse dealer. Have it your way. You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he... Although, not everyone would want to give up an opportunity.
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an eye... Which reminds me, you'll need his letter of permission to serve. Otherwise, you won't be...
What will I need to work?
Fast feet and good manners. And the livery...
Excuse me?
Do you think you can serve the king in a tour?
Well, no. But I never heard about...
Our usual waiter had a brand new livery made specially for meeting the king.
Where can I find the cooks?
He's supposed to pick up his new clothes at the market today, from Master Tailor Schnapp. That is, if he's up and about after his boozing bout.
At the what?
That German alehouse, the Iron Eagle. That is, zum Eisen...
What would work on him?
Would you like me to give you a letter for him? I told you how to get to the assembly. Now...
I'll be going then.
Just make sure we...
Obtém o certificado do garçom, obtém as roupas. Ok. Nobre.
And?
To talk about the inheritance.
But your father's still alive, isn't he?
Aye, but he drools all over himself. He gets this feeling his time nearly...
Oh, excuse
Pera aí,
me.
mano. Deixa eu abrir a porta aí.
Bad feeling when nothing's going wrong. Don't our zone positions have a name for that?
I believe it's called boredom.
What? I'm not bored.
If you've got time to worry about everything.
Olha onde é que tá o seio de...
You're always welcome here, good sir.
Pancakes! Cabbage!
Quem que vende roupa?
A fine day for some fine wares. Come and take your pick.
Where did you get that new bed?
We're open. Good morning.
Shoes here! Shoe repair!
Apples! Juicy apples! Yellow and red! Buy some apples! Wholesale! Big strong pods!
Greetings, sir.
I hear one Franta Cooldown is supposed to come and pick up new...
You're too late. Franta already came and...
Mushrooms! Come and get some fresh mushrooms!
Greetings. What do you need?
You must be Fran...
I am.
I'm Henry.
I am. What's...
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put...
Look here. It's not like I'm all that... Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine while I... Why would you want to...
I want to see the king and...
Why is that?
I heard a lot about him. How he...
And as bad-tempered as the devil. He's got the count... The more I think about it, to begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a... Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you?
Of course.
All right. No need to show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you.
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. Here it is. I look like a prick. The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You better not.
Take care.
Beleza. Doguinho mijando, os manos lutando.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Franta Cooldown sent me.
Franta's not coming.
He got as drunk as a lord. Totally pie-faced.
I might have expected. Once, I told him, if that ever happened... Oh, well... You'll have to take his... We can't be without a waiter here. So, have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure.
Everything's... You know a good waiter by his properly seated cap? Without a tunic, you're no royal waiter. And have you forgotten your hose? You can put your steel aside in front of the council chamber. You don't want to be dragging a load. The royal waiter's livery has strict rules.
Nossa, que grosseria. Deixa eu botar a roupa então, né? Ficar apresentável pro cara. Acho que é só isso, não lembro de ter colocado sapato, né?
Franta Cooldown.
Franta's not coming.
He got...
I told him. No, we can't. So, have you got...
Sure.
You've got a waiter's... A tunic, yeah. You can put your steel aside in front of the council chamber, along with you. You don't want to be dragging a load if you're... Everything as it should be. Do you know what your duties are for an inexperienced greenhorn like...
I'm no greenhorn. I have plenty of experience.
Oh, but allow me to give... Sir Adam of Zarjitz will be among the... Don't pour wine for him. Otherwise he'll get... And in general, a good waiter has to be invisible.
Oh? I thought I had to keep my ears...
Well, yes. But only to what anyone wants from you. No, understood?
Absolutely. I'm a waiter.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on us, but you'll manage it.
I know everything I need.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a lighter load.
Cliente vai pedir vinho branco de tocar ou tinto do monastério, chamando você erguendo a mão. Se tiver alguma dúvida, você pode pedir para repetir o pedido. Servir o vinho. Na mesa, no canto do cômodo, você encontrará 2 jarras de vinho. Pegue a que um dos clientes pediu e caminhe até a mesa com ela. O diálogo ativará a opção de servir vinho para ele. Após servir o cliente, você poderá ouvir a jarra ou esperar para ver se o próximo cliente decidiu mesmo. Qualidade de serviço. Cuidado para não deixar o cliente esperar demais ou servir um vinho que ele não pediu. Não se atrasou. Beleza.
The city reserves are in urgent.
There are the pictures of wine. Hopefully I won't splash anyone's shoes.
It's a joke. And on top of that,
You there,
army
lad,
requisitions.
a cup of red. And don't you skip on me.
Quem que pediu vinho?
What are you getting at, Eldris?
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Henning, the dry devil, used that thing.
Come now, waiter. I wanted red.
Hand cannons.
Sorry.
Can you believe it? Where did they get them?
You're the
Thank
one who
you,
should
waiter.
know where they got them, since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this too.
What is it, Eldris? You smell a deal?
What I smell is that your stubborn heads do not realize what Schwierigkeiten
Hey,
is.
waiter, pour me some
The
monastery
dry devil
wine.
is running free. There are Raubringer everywhere in the region. We have the army bearing down, and you want to defend yourselves with a few rusty helpers.
And who is it you want to fight? Exactly. The merciful King Sigismund is providing
Well,
us with
thank the
protection,
Lord.
isn't he?
Der König and his army will not be here forever.
Shut up! The king can arrive at any
Pour
moment.
me some monastery wine.
What if he heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
You're right, Eldris. But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
Qual que é o que não podia dar vinho? Até esqueci o nome do cara.
Enemies, nicht wahr?
Maybe if he waived some of the taxes?
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubringer to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths?
Come
or
here,
brothels?
friend, and bring that red with you.
Isn't it the same thing?
So, the cleanliness of the city is not what it should be. The current baths in the city fall far short of covering all the citizens' needs.
You're right. We do have the new baths in Hopring, and Adam's old ones, but I hear the Hopring baths are more of a pigsty.
More wine, Master Bailiff?
I have enough
went
wine.
downhill at that.
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
More baths?
I can't. I'm supposed to serve the lords.
You're supposed to do what you're told. But suit yourself. I'll go and get it myself after the assembly.
There's a river just a few steps from the city walls.
Certainly. And they can get leeches there for free as well. And while he's there, a man can shave and
Oi,
take a...
I'd like some white.
You know what.
So what? Going to the baths is neither a civic duty nor a right.
Have you forgotten the Black Death?
Sorry?
A great many people died needlessly.
Are you questioning God's plan? The Black Death had nothing to do with the baths. Unless the Lord wishes to punish the wickedness that's going on in there.
Keeping the city clean is important.
Some red!
But we don't have money to spare. Arguing about who is going to wash where and how is a waste of time.
It's only a waste of time because we're always arguing about the same thing.
Am I to yell here like at a horse fair? I said I wanted red.
A trifle?
Well, thank
Do you ever
the
walk
Lord.
the streets here? Sewage, rats, slop, and rubbish. The least we can do for the citizens is to provide them with a place to wash up.
What nonsense! Next, you'll want me to serve
O tinto, não é isso? Do monastério? O vermelho é do monastério, o branco é de tocagem.
wine to everyone for free, too.
Why not? In Jerome Nas's earthly paradise, everything would be free.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree. What if the king heard us?
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way. At least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates him.
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Haven't we met before? Well, face is familiar. I'm not sure what you're implying.
Horseshit! You know full
don't think so,
well.
sir.
Everybody knows.
I'm sure I'd
He
remember.
wiped the floor with you.
Compose yourself, Adam, and stop drinking. The king might come any time now.
That's right. Let's not burden the anointed monarch with such...
Me? Compose myself? Me?
Tokai, and a full cup.
I beg your pardon. I demand that you...
Ruhe! Franz, please continue.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that.
Are they only just pressing the grapes for the Tokai?
and everything's settled. My ears
Thank you,
must be
waiter.
deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard?
Esse daqui que eu não posso dar o vinho pra ele, esqueci.
As I've heard, then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there?
I fancy some tocar.
Leave nothing out.
Refill,
I
boy.
don't like Rutard, true, but in this case it really was nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it.
Thank the Lord.
I heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't think Rutard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. I could understand it with mercenaries, students, and other scum of all kinds, but city
Waiter,
councillors...
get me white!
Specific, Forsooker. Are you blaming one of us?
Ah, and look who spoke first.
I apologize, sir.
It wasn't
Which
a duel.
one?
Are you colorblind?
Supposed to be
White.
an honorable combat. And I didn't even take part in it.
And that's the only reason you're still here on the council and not in the pillory.
If you want to blame somebody,
Don't hang around me.
you should point
Vanish.
the finger
Hear
at the
me?
youngster here who's...
Excuse me.
Never mind.
What can I say?
I suspect the
nice view
gentleman
from
from the
here.
city's
I'll
sword
have
fighting
you
school
hauled
brought
out of
this
here.
custom to
Really?
us. It's now run by
I
the
think I
German
might have something to say on the way out.
Who knows who
Get
that's
out of here! I beg you! Just vanish!
Forsooker. You act like you've never been in a fight yourself. And to accuse a swordsmaster without a shred of proof. We're not some
Everything
old
in order?
fishwives of
Not
the
quite.
marketplace.
But I think
So
you might
you'll
be
just
able to
leave
help
it
me.
be?
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now. But if you disappear for a little while...
I really shouldn't, sir.
A fine servant you are.
Rest assured the whole town is already laughing at us all day long. So what? if
Oxe,
they have
peguei
one
o
more
cara no
reason?
colo.
My words exactly. The town council is squabbling constantly at the Emperor Charles, and no one is left
Another
unscathed.
drop of wine.
And you,
don't make me
council,
beg.
let people throw dirt on our work?
If
sorry,
I threw
sir.
out everyone who complains
Orders
over
from
a
above.
beer,
Am I
Try
supposed
harder.
to die of thirst here, or
myself
what?
away.
To hell with it. We'll never get anywhere like this. Why waste our time?
Since there's the eternal dispute over the cathedrals, the building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery, and they are going to make a royal mining city. Why can't we build faster? Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Because those so-called
Hey, waiter.
craftsmen
pour me some
are a
tocar.
band of parasites. You pay them, they come late, or report sick, and if they do come, their work is shit, and you have to pay someone else to put it right. It's
You,
a
lad.
waste of
You look
time.
familiar
I
to me.
tell you, a
Have we
waste
met?
of time.
Well, naturally.
Don't
I go to
interrupt
your
to
tavern
see
almost every day.
Really? Then you must have decent wages to be able to visit the best tavern in town regularly.
There's a war going on. Are the experts from far off supposed to work in a city under siege?
Besides, I get the feeling there's something other than the welfare of the city behind your complaints.
Oh, you do? Do you? And what would that be?
Like, for instance, that you'd like to have your own altar there?
So what if I would?
Hold your horses,
Boy,
gentlemen.
I'd like some
That
white.
space in the side nave is mine.
Then hell freezes over, my friend. Your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult
It's
me?
you? I see you've come up in the world. From a bathhouse
Excuse
boy
me.
to a waiter.
You wanted to buy
You'll
yourself
go a
an
long
altar
way.
in the cathedral.
One day
Just
I'll be
like
the
you bought
bailiff
yourself
here.
a seat in this
Wait and
council.
see.
How dare you? I
You're a
acquired
merry
pricing
soul, lad.
for the
I like
services
that.
Our guild provided and still provides to the crown.
Well, I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. If that's all they have, they would be defeated by that bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse on Obrink.
Boy, I'd like some white.
Those wrestlers of theirs, of course. People from the whole town go to watch
I
them
apologize,
brawl.
sir. Which one?
Tokai. That's the white.
Sir?
Not long ago, the guards
Thank
raided
you,
and threw
waiter.
them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
Até que enfim. E o rei nada.
I'm telling you, something is being planned. Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Esse cabelinho. Vai, Henry. Para de olhar pro bigodão, hein? Você vai acabar se entregando.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Like this man of fight!
Chibata vai comer solta. Jogar com o padre agora?
Come now, father. Put a little life into your dying. Seen more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject. Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Gutenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they keep him mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try. Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malachov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Gutenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
How does it feel to breathe free air again?
What can I say? You can never truly appreciate freedom until someone locks you up for a while.
Or until you become a priest.
No fear of that in my case. I intend to enjoy life to the full. Wine, women, and song.
What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And duller.
Dear me. I'd rather creep off, but I suppose I'll have to introduce my...
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of...
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear...
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
Contra Brabant, conheço o Rabino e seu escolto.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest.
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. And we are both a little on... I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Kut. And
Fala mó lento,
this
cara.
is Samuel, my aide.
Boa noite, velhinho.
Be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Do you want to make use of the council to improve the...
Not at all. However, we would like to... The situation in the town and the kingdom
Não, mano, de segunda, quarta e sexta.
unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel.
Entendi.
We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money
Demorou,
to the
mano.
lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit
Sim,
of a
pô, da
hothead
época do
too.
Elden Ring.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good start.
I reckon the two
Porra.
of you would hit it off. He's reliable and has his heart in the right place. For a young stripling,
Entendi.
he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his
Faz
parents were
parte,
killed
pô,
in
faz
Scotland.
parte.
He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every
Logo mais
turn.
aí tem a...
A
O
blacksmith, you say?
co-op lá, né?
From Scarlet's.
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the
Ixi,
best.
então será que ele
Why?
é...
He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry and raised him as his own on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Copula, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will
Só os
be more
arranca-rabo.
suitable times.
Excuse me. I'd better not
Demorou, mano. Vai lá. Boa prova amanhã.
Better communion wine than kosher, is it?
Demorou. Cadê o... Ó, o Liechtenstein. Tá aqui. Não dá pra falar com ele. Nobre, nobre. Cadê o... francês?
Warring is no solution. Even that gloomy captain.
Martin, Oderin. Nobre. Nobre. Cadê o cara aqui?
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin, a friend of that lad.
Baron Vauclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo.
Da minha
I am a
linhagem.
warrior, a traveler, a strategist.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non, and I'm glad.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. How did you end up in...
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. And only lost it narrowly by an...
That needs some explanation.
Oh, misère.
You're quite...
Ah, this Bohemia is a strange land. I have seen farm hands, children. Do tell me about it. No doubt you fought on the side of truth.
The last time was at Nabokov. And I'd be happy.
Ah, indeed.
That's a fact. No one was expecting von Bergau to turn...
Diabolical, perhaps. But in my... Perhaps one day the generals will sit back drinking wine, while such...
Do you reckon the defense of Kuttenberg would have gone better if... Where have you been on your travels?
But of course, if you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with... And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then... That was...
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, person?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX.
You say you're a poet?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture? I think not. To recite a require...
How come almost nobody here?
I am operating, as they say. My great benefit is my strong connection with there. Everyone knows my name. Here in...
Ok.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Vai dar certo essa reunião, não.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings.
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
If Sigismund decides to mount an attack on the camp, it'd be a massacre.
Ah, but it won't. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves, but he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Hamann Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of
ainda
yours.
sei que tá na outra sala.
What if it does?
I refuse to even consider that outcome. Because it would mean...
Why me?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how... You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. There aren't many like you.
Tell me a bit more about those people.
Certainly.
Botchek of Kunstadt.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estate. He doesn't play the big game. Because he doesn't like... He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up...
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a Kuttenberg?
He still is. The only one who... Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burg.
Anna of Waldstein.
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not surprised you forgot.
I was quite surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this are more of a...
A male affair? Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young... But don't trust appearances. She's got claws. She knows how to do...
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her...
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to trade. There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his wealth, and that it was thanks to her that he died.
I'll get on it then.
Okay. I wish us both luck. Before the day is over...
I'd rather discuss the...
Então vamos lá.
Everything all right?
I can't wait for it to end, so we...
I reckon you'd have to be pretty brave to...
Or pretty pissed off. We will leave as soon as we... Anyway, all of these worthy gentlemen...
Would you tell me something about your community?
What can I tell you? It was never exactly glorious. And now especially, everyone is quaking that what...
Surely it won't be.
There are many fools who would rather take out their gall on us and start... in times of uncertainty.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like...
God be with you.
Your diplomatic support.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that.
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady.
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
Hit the nail on the head again, Mom.
I am rarely mistaken.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food.
Then you're in the right place.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. So, to the point.
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask...
It's not only your money. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our...
Then I'd be helpful to you on 2 fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me...
Do you have something in particular?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Hamann Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him,
Have you fallen out with...
No, no. Alda is innocent in the matter. My relatives from the House of Bar, they're disappointed that I dared outlive my husband. And the fact that I'm...
And these papers I'm supposed...
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between...
You were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is clear.
I'm supposed to...
Haman Alda was given the documents to... He hasn't yet had a chance to look at them. So he won't even notice.
And the papers I'm supposed...
Just insignificant documents. If the...
All right, I'll help you.
Alda will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed. Bring them to me. But watch yourself. Odorim's groom has...
Sir.
Nor I, until now. I am Sir Conrad, Lord of Vech.
Used to be. My father somewhat disowned...
And I used to be the Royal Mint, until the King decided to replace...
We've got quite a bit...
More than you think. So I recollect, at least, from my recent discussions with
Served.
Even so. Before King Wenceslas appointed me his mint master,
And now look at us. We have cast off our...
There's no point in waiting for divine intervention. On the contrary, the current state of affairs...
Are you going to support...
I haven't quite decided yet. It's true that displeasure... But if our rebellion were to come face to face with Sigismund's army...
Do you think you...
I doubt it. Half the town hates Vavak, but no one would even think... And he knows that his security stands and falls with his function.
It was a pleasure.
Likewise.
Take a look at that. A nightingale surrounded by hawks.
Job's the nightingale. He looks more like a wet head to me.
What bring? God bless.
Aren't you a bit bored?
What's your problem? The horses are fed and watered?
God forbid. But standing...
Not really.
Shall we roll...
Well, I'll wait at the table.
Beleza. E?
God bless.
Those shenanigans of his have got to stop.
Tree like that. It's a nice place to rest when you're passing by in the summer. The only bit of shade far and wide.
What do you mean?
We're trying to forge an alliance against our common enemy.
They're trying to do one thing and one thing only. Line their pockets.
They remember well how the burn...
Eu consegui o bagulho com a mulher primeiro. Cadê ela? Ah, tá ali, ó.
I've got those papers from all...
Quiet!
Lady, with all the clamor going on, here they are.
You're...
You're welcome.
As agreed. I will support...
Thank you. No.
Yes, quite.
I'd like to, but I'm...
Wise.
Perdi a reputação. Aman Hadler e Borstek.
Kill that bastard! You hear me? Kill him! I ain't letting that bastard go.
Mind where you're going.
I'd like to check your horses out. See if they're as good as you say.
Ha, even better. But you won't believe...
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, well, we have a new guest.
I wanted to... You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Older.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
Martin Oldering é o pai do...
I apologize, Father. For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Why so strict?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they... And then, I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with them.
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer...
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you
You're exaggerating.
Me? Exaggerating? Your horse wandering around as if they own...
Oh, actually, anything fun was strictly... But maybe you ought to try it yourself sometime. Then maybe you wouldn't...
You're dishonoring your...
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor.
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
I'm not happy about it. This isn't how I imagined my first meeting.
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Give no chance against me!
Shut up. You can't stand up to this. Bad
Swing
luck.
with your whole arm, not just your wrist.
You never saw that coming.
Forgive me, Lord, for what I do.
No chance.
You don't know which end of that thing is up.
My God. Why did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fight.
I was in a war. Right after the... And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees.
Why? Well...
So Father would be satisfied. Only he'll never be satisfied.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped to...
Not at all. I remember him when I was 6 years old. I fell off. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd...
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able...
Only 3 days?
I always wondered who you were. There was never much...
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed, but now I have a...
And that's why you want to talk...
Aye.
That sounds very important, considering you and Alder are both... After your encounter with Father... Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it.
What else can I...
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But...
All right, then. You've heard... It's a nice idea, But we can't wait.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund.
I expect Alder's not the only one. Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible.
I don't know how to think.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know.
You're starting to sound like...
Hey, didn't you want a game of dice? I've been waiting for you.
Somehow I'm no longer in the mood for it.
That makes two of us.
Tem bagulho pra me lavar, que tudo ensanguentado.
You see, oh, these grand aristocrats. I'd be happier if they just told me in the morning how it all went.
But then you'd miss all the... Let's hope young Lord Capon manages to stay free for a while longer.
That's one thing you can always count on him for.
God forbid.
In that case, it'll be up to you. I'm sure you wouldn't leave him to describe.
A lot of people think the wealthy weather out of feet.
Well, that's to be expected. As long as Sigismund has the city council under...
Well, at least there's a few...
Sigismund confiscated his castle and half his estates, not to mention that his son was killed in the siege of the city.
It seems Liechtenstein's looking for allies.
And how's he gonna do it? Didn't you see them all fight?
Well, different approach.
The only approach that'll work with Sigismund is open resistance.
Sir Bocek, I need to speak...
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Jobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're...
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men?
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 only in order to get them.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
Don't worry, it's not just your money I want to draw on.
Really? Name at least...
Anna of Volstein.
Truly? Well...
I wouldn't mention the word...
All right, I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold.
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house,
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster.
What's wrong with him? He's young, he's handsome, and he'll give her a whole bunch of children.
And to half the wenches in his domain too, eh? On the other hand, the lords of Lipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
I'll convey your offer to Lord Capon.
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush, if he agrees, I'll be happy to support.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now...
What do you mean?
Sir Hanush.
You do?
Young Lord Capon.
If he's got some impoverished nobles, I'm not going to support...
You misunderstood my meaning. I mean, with your...
You arranged a marriage for my ward? Just...
With the niece of Sir Bocek, Lord of Kunstadt.
Bocek of Kunstadt? Godwin, you conniving...
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to my
niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a word. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself.
Cheers!
Cheers to you!
Godwin, you wouldn't be we didn't have much time for conversation on the way.
With pleasure, sir. What do you expect?
Well, but, all going well, we may be able to, as long as we proceed without prior agreement and mutual support.
I couldn't help but notice your son has...
To put it mildly, but not to do him an injustice, although, if they didn't pull each other out of trouble...
Wise words. Still, Henry's come a...
You know, I am. And Martin would...
May God grant him... Where did you leave Sir Divish? Surely he's not too...
Haven't you heard? Lady Stephanie is with... No one even imagined Divish would produce an...
As they say, doesn't matter who...
Godwin.
Well, it could be...
Esse cara é foda.
Exactly why we mustn't put...
Sir Bocek, your niece
So Hanush agrees.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my...
Thank you.
Enough formality.
Cheers to the beautiful lady.
Here's to a good...
What can you do?
God bless. God be with you.
Cadê o Liechtenstein?
I've got some good news.
The bad news is there's hardly any females in this. There's some old bat standing there with two young girls, but she watches over, so at least...
Actually...
At least the wine... Cheers!
I'd better slow down.
Ah, what can one expect?
Whisper the right words into the right... Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful...
Is this supposed...
Like I said, tell me, Godwin of the House of Odoran.
I bring nothing from the House of Odoran. But
Both of them. Good.
This is going to be a long story, and I could use it.
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes. And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
Yes! The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslas, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
O que aconteceu? Ele vai desmaiar?
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
O Hans tá em choque.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wencesla's side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylenders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants! Chicken shits! Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
And drunks! Give them hell! Lazy fools, the lot of them.
How dare you?
Some of you are even swelling right here in the city council meeting. This is unbelievable.
Remove this swill pot from the hall immediately.
I'm telling the truth. This whole council is a farce. The whole city knows it.
Lord of Sergeants, your insolence just cost you your place on the council, and a month in the dungeon.
But...
Hopefully that'll be enough for him to sober up. And if not, put him in the pillory for a while, bailiff.
I'll see to it as soon as the council is over, Your Majesty.
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore place the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. and let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way.
Olá, tudo bem?
Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one
Bicho tá
else.
pegando. Aqui tudo certo. Tudo bem aqui, fazendo a gameplay aqui de Kingdom Come 2. O negócio, o bicho tá pegando, o circo tá pegando fogo.
Don't go anywhere, boy.
Muito obrigado, meu moço.
Jujuba _HZ.
Valeu pelo follow.
Seguir o canal.
Rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Eu tremendo na base.
Between the two of us, Marquardt.
Sirva o rei. Vou pegar o vinho pra servir o moço. Mas que vinho que ele quer? Falou alguma coisa? Que não.
Sire, you are harsh, rightfully so. These councillors, they need
Ele
to
vai
be
pedir um
shown
vinho ou não
their
vai?
place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not
né?
here.
E aí?
He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With
Com a Guerra dos Tronos, fi.
he would have put the nobility in their place and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful.
Ele é um fantoche embaçado, hein?
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides once.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Marquardt.
Dá pra colocar um veneninho, dá pra ele, né?
And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in the land ruled by a good king. You did a good job, waiter. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
Tudo torto ele fazendo a reverência.
First, We need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Ragush. Alderin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Oderin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of red.
White it is. Quickly! If Ragush falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
Todo mundo vai estar bem louco, bêbado, os caras vão ser atacados.
Surely you don't want to break in.
Nossa.
Didn't he say that Lord Kronstadt was going with them?
O cara tá bem louco, mas beleza. Bom, galerinha, vou ficando por aqui nessa live. Pra quem colou, valeu pela presença, a gente agradece aí por ter curtido aí a gameplay. Não esquece de seguir os canais sempre pra dar aquela fortalecida na vermelha do YouTube e deixar o likezão no vídeo pra dar aquela moral pro canal, beleza? Depois a gente volta com mais gameplay no canal na próxima quarta-feira. E é isso. Excelente semana pra todo mundo. Muito obrigado, valeu, fui.